All right, friends and family who are watching our Facebook Live here in the United States and around the world, I just want to say welcome to our Facebook Live. And of course, we are back here again to discuss about the current situation in Tigray. As you may all know, on November 4th, the unelected Abiy Ahmed um, prime minister declared war on the people of Tigray. And not only is he fighting the Tigrayan force by himself, he has invited a foreign country, Isaias Afwerki, Eritrea, to join him to kill his own people. And since then, a lot of damage has been happening in Tigray. Let me just start with saying that more than 1 million Tigrayans have been internally displaced within Tigray. Secondly, 2.5 million children are in dire need of basic needs. Um, Thirdly, we have more than 50,000 Tigrayans fleeing to neighboring countries, Sudan, in fear of their lives and looking for safety, not only from bombardment and shelling and killings from the Eritrean and Abiy forces, but from a militia, a vigilante group called Fano. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard the accounts of a lot of Tigrayans, what they have encountered, the horror story, how they were attacked by machete and axe like a tree. They were hit and killed, and a lot of them who survived tell us the horror story. So we are here to raise awareness because until now, and the war is continuing, despite what Abiy Ahmed is saying that the war is over, we are like normal, everything is normal. No, that's completely a lie. That is a lie. War is still going on in Tigray. People are fighting. The Eritrean forces and the Abiy forces are still fighting the Tigrayan forces. And on top of that, here's the thing: the saddest thing is that the Eritrean forces not only are they killing civilians, they are involved in mass looting. I mean, that includes Abiy's forces. They are involved in mass looting schools, hospitals, businesses. On top of that, they are destroying infrastructure and hospitals, schools. I mean, you name it all. And then on top of that, churches, which we will be discussing about it today. But anyways, that being said, I'd like to welcome my two beautiful guests, Luam and Rahawa, and of course, the man himself, Michael Barra. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. We're doing great. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. So actually want to start with Luam and Rahawa, and I know that you guys have been super active in doing the Twitter campaign. And in fact, you guys created a website called Stand with Tigray website, where you guys include all kind of tweets and helpful links that people can go there and share the tweets, but also like write like letters to Congress, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't mind. Luam, can you show us the website and so that way people know what it is and see how they can get even more involved? Because that's what we need right now. We need more people to get involved, and tweeting, is making impact. And like, we're gonna continue the hashtag I stand with Tigray, hashtag genocide, in Tigray. So let us please help us educate the people. Luam, go ahead.
Yeah, sure, of course. I will show you the website just in a moment. Just before I do that, let me just say we're so grateful for the support we've received from all over the world. On November 4th, when my sister and I heard about uh, Abiy Ahmed declaring war on Tigray, my sister was like, "Oh, we need to have a website or some sort to organize our tools to bring everything together, whether it's links, donation links, and things like that." And I was like, that seems a good idea. And I launched the website on November the 6th, and the platform is still here. It's a way of creating more awareness. We have educated and intelligent Tagarus from all over the world sending us resources, emailing us a lot of things that we can then push onto Twitter or email campaign. So I just want to say so proud of everybody. And I'm gonna share the websites. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it already, but we can just go over it very quickly and share what we have as resource.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you can show the different features, because a lot of people, I mean, yes, they may know of the website, but they may not know like the different features. So definitely explain to us.
Right. So the most popular part of this website is that we have a Twitter campaign that are ready to be tweeted. This is our homepage. We try to put some videos here, perhaps like what overall view of what's happening, some visuals. Some days we post events that are coming up. We post Twitter tutorial on how to create a Twitter and how to be active, because we understand our community might be new to Twitter world. So that's why we have a way of releasing Twitter tutorials and just putting all the resources together. So if we click on the events, we try to put events together, and we use posters that people post online, or we try to create recreate our posters. But these are some of the events. If you can see these ones already happened in the past, but we embed a Google map, so that way it makes it very, very easy for our people using the website to literally just click on this map and it will take them whether they're walking or driving. So it's very useful tool that everybody can just come in and use whenever there are events or protests. We also have our Twitter campaign, and we have, of course, software engineers working with us alongside me, and Rahwa being our advertiser and doing all the social media campaign along with other people helping her all over social media. So for example, for today, there were a big campaign, hashtag Tigray genocide. As you can see, these are put into categories. So basically you click on each one, and you'll see a lot of ready to be tweeted drafts. So they can be used as templates for people to see, read, and perhaps get informed, and that way they can they can write their own tweets. But also what they can do is simply click here once they're logged into their Twitter campaign. So I'm already logged into my Twitter account. So when I click the tweet button, I can simply, after of course reading what the tweet is saying and just making sure everything is correct and that there isn't any errors showing here. Sometimes it might show error like -1, -2. Right now we're seeing 2 circled, the number 2 in yellow. That means you have 2 characters remaining. Some days you might see -1, -2. That means you have passed the limit, which is 28 characters on Twitter. So just make sure that you can sort of like go back and tweak it whenever you come across those errors. But simply right now we just click tweet, and it's on Twitter now. It's as simple as that. It's very simple. And now I can go back and tweet this one. I personally don't recommend. I actually don't recommend doing it. I rather just sort of like maybe retweet other people's or follow other people what they're tweeting and saying. So for example, right now, I'm just gonna like this and I'm gonna retweet this. And I'm gonna retweet it and things like that. The reason I do that is because I wanna stay active, because retweeting and liking will give more exposure to Twitter in terms of our hashtag. So that way, I'm not just tweeting. And if you tweet every second, your Twitter account might get suspended, because you have to avoid looking like a robot. You have to actually like use that human behavior, like if a human is tweeting it. So that way you don't get flagged by Twitter. So maybe after I eat a snack or after an hour, I'll just come here. Actually, you don't have to necessarily wait an hour, but you can come here after 10 minutes and tweet this one. I'm not gonna say it will not allow you to tweet this. You will still tweet it, but just make sure, just say, just be careful on that. And if you finish this one, maybe like you get this category in an hour, like tweeting every 10 minutes, then what I would do is go to the next one. Like there are many categories and we put them based on the date. Like you see New Year was here, Thursday, December the 31st. So for tomorrow, you're gonna have tweets ready for tomorrow. And actually for tomorrow, there is a campaign that's going to happen, defund Tigray genocide, in terms of like the Ethiopian airline, boycotting Ethiopian airline and things like that. So stay tuned for that. There is a team working on that. So you will see flyers and posters on that. And so this is just simple Twitter campaign that we have. And the other one, which is very important also, is the email campaign. We have collections of email campaigns and petitions here. So for this one, all you have to say is sign petition if you haven't already, and it will take you to that particular letter that for this one, for example, is a petition to Congress asking them, demanding them to stop Ethiopia and Eritrea uh, from the ongoing war on Tigray. So for this one, everything is ready and packaged, sort of like you have this email that is written by people who have knowledge of what's going on, who are experts. So they have given it to us. So that way, like, or to everyone. In fact, you don't even have to be Tigrayan. You can come here if you're a U.S. citizen and fill out the form, like your name, your last name, your email address, and then simply just sign it. And it's key, it's very important. It seems like a simple to just enter your name, but it will have a huge impact. When we have more people signing it, the more we make noise, the more United Nations and international community is going to take action. And then here, just as a bonus, we have like Tegaru businesses and things like that, because we understand that, our Tigrayans who might own business or who have a job or who are now creating online might be limited from, since our community is, getting hates and just unnecessary things. So this is just a way for us to come together, invest on our people, and also show support and love to one another. And then lastly, I want to say, if you have any questions, like I know not everything is going to make sense day one, and that's fine. Like it took me a while to understand how Twitter works, but once you understand, it's going to be fun. Like enjoy the process. Don't pull back, always try to stay engaging and making noises, like I said earlier. And if you have any questions or anything is confusing, if you have feedback, suggestions, we do get a lot of suggestions through our get involved, contact us form. Simply tell us your name, your email, what you're talking about, and then a detailed message, and we will get back to you and answer you. We can assist you with anything. Yeah, that's it.
That's good. I mean, this is amazing. I'm very proud of you guys. And the fact that the team, you guys have a team behind you, like supporting this cause. And it's just incredible that how much impact we are making as a people. So we definitely need more people to get involved. I just want to go back a little bit, just explain the importance of, hashtag and retweets, because I know a lot of people, there are a lot of youth and young adults who know how to use Twitter and then how to tweet. And they may not necessarily go to the website to tweet. They can just tweet their own ideas, but also it's important if you can tell them to use the hashtags.
Yeah. So hashtag is key because the way hashtag works on Twitter is that it's a theme. Like you have a hashtag Tigray genocide, and everything that a tweet that includes hashtag Tigray genocide will sort of be in one network. It will be like a web of hashtag tweets, messages. So whenever you search hashtag Tigray genocide, everything, all the tweets that are related to that will sort of be connected, and that way you're amplifying your message. So definitely have hashtag Tigray genocide, definitely tag United Nations, other international communities and organizations like Black Lives Matter. So those are very important. If you don't have those hashtags, for example, today, hashtag Tigray genocide is trending, so I believe it's trending. And the last 24 hours, it had the highest so far, which is like about 1 million hashtag exposure. This also includes some Instagram hashtags, but majority is from Twitter. So it's very important to use hashtags.
That's good. Great, great, great. So what has been the challenge so far? I mean, you guys, put the website out there, you have all the content. So what has been the challenge for you guys so far?
Yeah, so in the beginning, especially when people didn't have Twitter, most of our most of our people are very active on Facebook. But I think the transition was hard. Like I said, it was hard for me to get started on Twitter. But once you start, it's actually not easy. It's not actually hard. It's very simple, and we have a Twitter tutorial for you guys on our YouTube channel, Stand with Tigray. I do like a voiceover, and I have a video editor who prepares those animated sort of like tutorials that are very clear, and it will take you step by step so you can create those Twitter accounts. I feel like right now we're at the point where people, almost a lot of people have created their accounts. It's just that the way that they're using it, they might get suspended. So it's like, what's happening? And we're getting suspended and things like that. Some part of it is because we have a coordinated of people that are trying to silence us and trying to report you or report any of our accounts so that we stay silent and so that we don't expose them. Some of it is also how you actually use Twitter. So we can definitely help with that, and we will also have links maybe on the comments for you to see how to create that. But I feel like right now we're at the point where a lot of people understand the impact of social media, like tweeting, even on Facebook or Instagram, still be active all over all over social media.
That's great. That's great. I want to ask this question to Rahawa. I know Rahawa has been at the at the center of pretty much, reaching out people and pretty much telling people that like tweeting is very important, but also like trending and how effective it is. Can you explain about that?
Okay, thank you for having us first. And this means so much to us. And I want to say thank you to everyone, to every Tigray who were involved in Twitter consistently. I know this moment is very painful for every Tigray. I know, I understand. It's even harder to see those painful stuff and propagandas on the social media and all over the government medias. But it's very important for us to stay involved, to be a voice of the voiceless and our people. So I'm just gonna go back to the trending. My sister just explained it beautifully about the hashtag and all that. So as we know, hashtag is the most powerful tool on Twitter. It's just it helps to deliver the message to the people who are interested in it or the people who are target. It also helps us to control the traffic of like the message, a sort of like in one and consistent. For example, the Stop Genocide on Tigray and Stop War on Tigray are the two trending, the most popular trending. It shows that we are on the same page. Also, it pops out when we use the same hashtag all over and over again. It shows the people, it's like we are on the same page and we are making noise and we sending our message across the world, especially to international community. As my sister mentioned about tagging is very important also. We have to tag the target people. It could be like easy, the United Nations. That's the one very famous international community, and they just, if we want them to step in, we have to bother them over and over again. I know, I understand people get frustrated. If you have been tweeting on like Twitter for the last for the last 2 months and you didn't see nothing yet, um, but we have to continue. I know, I understand it's very frustrating and it hurts me sometimes, but it's okay. We should learn from our forefathers and our parents. We didn't give up. They didn't give up at all. It took them like 17 years to be where they are today. And we are not different by any means. We need to learn from them, and we have to keep speaking and this not dominant, but like we have to expose the government propagandas. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. Thank you for that detailed answer, Rahawa. So, I mean, before I let you guys go, I know you guys are very busy, but I want to ask one to each of you that, so what's your message? I know that you guys have been very active in Twitter, like in social media, but also like, what's your message for the youth, the Tigrayan youth, for the young adults? You know, can you please give them advice? Because we have a lot of talented, skilled, Tegaru. So if you can each or give them some advice and give them a message.
Uh, okay, thank you again. And my message would be, I want them to be involved. And I have advice for the parents, especially. I know our US born Tegaru are very involved on Twitter and all over the social media, and their contents are very amazing. I am so impressed by them. Like, they know the culture very well, even though some of them, they never been in Tigray. So the parents have to push the young people to just be as active as possible, because those young people have something to say. They can make difference. I don't mean the parents don't, but like already the parents know what's going on in Tigray and they feel it. And I thank you so much for those young people who involved constantly on Twitter or like social media. It's amazing. Also, the other thing that I have for all my Tegaru, I cited the propaganda is like so much all over the place, but we need to avoid as much as possible the negative energies as we should. That to just it's hard to avoid something we have been watching, or just when they turn their backs, but we need to involve in our media. So we have those amazing Tagarus rising, coming, creating a new YouTube account, Twitter account, Facebook. So we have to subscribe to those channels, and we have to support them. We have to show them love so they can grow. We can have our contents that we control. We can have one day international presses and international medias. Yeah, it's during crisis. It's a time to be creative. We can learn from different countries, and as I say, from our YNT parents. That's all I have to say for today. And thank you, Merhawi, for having this platform. You're doing amazing, and please keep doing what you're doing. So we will be here maybe again one day. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome. And thank you so much for coming, and definitely, talk about what you guys are doing, because it's very important. It's very important, not only to what's happening back home, but also to the people here, to the Tigrayans here, that we all need to come together and, support each other. But I'm going to let Luam talk. Go ahead, Luam.
My message to my Tegaru is, if you have any creativity, you don't have to be professional, you don't have to be an expert. Right now, this is a time where we can use simplicity. You don't have to be like complicated. You can have simple graphics, simple videos, simple writing, and use everything you got to be a voice to our people, because they don't have anything. They're in darkness. They're being killed and murdered. Just because they were born Tigrayan. So if you're just sitting back with all that knowledge you have, or even if you don't have a knowledge, if you're not seeking out for help, there are so many dedicated people that can help you, that can guide you. And my message to the young, show your parents, show your dad, your mom how to use Twitter, just the whole family, get them involved. And that way we can amplify our voice. And the reason I'm saying that is you will get threats, you will get hate speech on social media. And I know it's hard, we're human, so it's just hard to avoid everything, all the negativity. But what you have to remember is we can't live in a world where the haters can publicly say that they will kill us, that they will sort of like destroy our place, our Tigray, and take our identity away, and maybe like steal our history. So we have to be active. We can't let there be an environment where they can publicly humiliate us and we stay quiet. Their purpose is to silence us, so we will not be silenced. Enough is enough. We will keep fighting with everything we got to be the voice to our people. So thank you for having us. Like Rahawa said, you're doing amazing and we appreciate you.